Okay, so you stapled your stomach together and you sat down and watched Mobile Suit Gundam 0079. Or you bitched out and you read the story, or you settled for the movie trilogy. In any event, you're probably ready to move on to what is the pinnacle of Gundam quality to most people, Gundam Zeta. Set 8 years after the Mobile Suit Gundam 0079, this takes place in Universal Century 0087. The series follows a rebel group called the Anti-Earth Union Group, or the AUG, as they try to defeat the Titans, an elite task force of Earth Federation designed to hunt down Zeon remnants, but they ruthlessly kill anyone demanding equal rights, for the space citizens in cold blood. The series is told from the perspective of Camille Biden, a teenager who is an amateur pilot and a civilian. While traveling to the Green Noah colony to meet his parents, Camille is insulted by and strikes a Titans officer named Jared Messer. Following an AUG attack led by Quattro Bergerna on the colony to capture a trio of Gundam MK2 mobile suits ongoing field tests, Camille takes one of them and, he repels the attack and he follows Quattro back to the AUG mothership. The Titans, under the order of Basque Ohm, take Camille's parents in the attempt to force the return of the stolen Gundam MK2, and Jared, unaware of this hostage plot, he mistakenly kills Camille's mother. Because of these events and many other ones, Camille eventually joins the AU. Now, this was a fairly enjoyable series. It was interesting to see the perspective of this series to be taken in the opposition of the Earth Federation, which was the main, protagonist of the original series. But that being said, it almost creates a gray area because in 0079, with the protagonist being the Earth Federation against the Zeons, this series sees a rebel group kind of taking the role that the Earth Federation took in the original series, and it kind of makes the Titans look more like the Zeons, if you get what I'm saying. But anyway, morally, the Zeons and the Titans are more alike, and the AUG and the Earth Federation is more alike, even though the Titans come from the Earth Federation. Now, this is a major upgrade from the first series. It came out in 1985, and although it's still a bit dated, I was shocked at the fact that this feels like it could have came out a decade later. Greatly animated mobile suit battles, great romance, decent character designs, an amazing upgrade from the first series. But if you still, are very, turned away by a lot of dialogue in anime and a lot of plot, driven storytelling, this is still gonna have a lot of that. So you still gonna have to pay hard attention. You might have to skip back a couple minutes sometimes. This will let you know if you have ADHD. I'll let you know that. I also found it great to see it piggyback off the first series. And that's what makes Gundam very intriguing. So many series and so many different connections with events of the Universal Century, go perfectly. And you see Commander Bright end up, he was from the first series. He ended up separating from the Earth Federation and working with Camille and the AUG for the same reasons that I told you. The Titans are very, their morals are very, very weird. And, they kill off colonies. A colony basically is like, you can call a colony like a country in space, is like how I like to identify it. And the Titans will, for the sake of peace, quote unquote, they'll sacrifice colonies which have millions of people in them. You know what I mean? And it's very crazy. And, seeing Camille and, Commander Bright work together, it reminds you of how Camille and, Amuro used to work together in 0079. Speaking of Amuro, he makes a few appearances in this show. And, to end off this review, the ending is going to piss you off, but that's just because it was intended that viewers would pick up the show that followed a year later called Double Zeta Gundam. Overall, I highly recommend this. Great follow-up to the original.